So there is a report that Arsenal and besiktas have agreed a deal in the region of 20 million euro on Leandro trossard, and but yet personal terms is not yet agreed according to the news that we saw yesterday. Yes, the news broke out yesterday. Besiktas have been interested in trossard since last summer, that is summer 2025. They couldn't get him at that point. January again they came back for him, they couldn't get him. Now they came back again, they have agreed a deal with Arsenal, but yet they have not agreed anything with Leandro trossard on personal terms. And I saw a news that they have sent delegation to the US to discuss the personal terms with Leandro trossard, and that's what will determine if the deal will happen or not. So I saw some Arsenal fans questioning why we are selling Leandro trossard. Why did we not keep him? He's a clutch player, this and that. The thing is that you cannot accommodate everybody. And me and you, everybody, every good football fan know that Arsenal's priority this season is that left winger. We need a left winger that can come in, a left winger that can come in ASAP and start performing. And there is no how we are going to accommodate those people without selling either trossard or Martinelli. And personally, for me, if there is anybody that we are meant to sell, it will not be Martinelli. We cannot sell Martinelli and keep trossard. Here are my reasons. Please, if you are watching this video to this extent, do well to subscribe to my channel, leave your comments, and like my video. Let's continue. So the reason why I prefer us keeping Martinelli over trossard is one, because of the age. Trossard is 31 years old, and he has offered enough. He has offered a lot to Arsenal, considering what we all expected from him. If you can remember, when we went for this trossard guy, that was in 2023 winter transfer in January. We were going for Mikhailo Mudryk, that's the Chelsea player, and we couldn't get him because of what happened between that period. That was why we went for this trossard and signed him at 17 million pounds from Brighton. So a player that we signed in that for that price and end up agreeing a deal on him for 20 million pounds. I think what trossard has offered us, I don't think we are doing any bad business at this point. But business aside, there's no how we can keep trossard and sell Martinelli. The reason is because trossard is 31. Martinelli is still 23 with a lot of potentials, which is already coming out. You can see what he's doing in the World Cup. I'm not trying to say that trossard is a bad player, but then Martinelli is the kind of player that we can stay that can play for us in the next 8 years. Me and you know that trossard cannot play in the next 5 years anymore. He might, but the guarantee level is very low. So I'm in support of that decision of selling trossard and keep Martinelli. And Arsenal have been linked to many right wingers, which we all know that our priority signings should be either Bakola or Morgan Rogers. And Morgan Rogers have came out there before yesterday to play down reports that Aston Villa valued him in the region of 130 million pounds, and he came out fully with his own chest to say that he doesn't think that he's worth all that. That should be a very strong message to Aston Villa, because I don't see the reason why they should be evaluating him at 130 million pounds for what. That should be an indirect punishment to the player because they don't want to sell. If they don't want to sell, it's better they come out and say that yes, we don't want to sell. They're coming out to tell us that he's 130 million. Yes, we know that there is inflation in the market. Players have been expensive lately, but it's not the reason why you should be calling 130 million pounds on Morgan Rogers. So Rogers came out yesterday, day first day, and played down the reports, and that shows you that yes, he wants to leave, and he has chosen Arsenal as his preferred destination to play next. And I think we should be looking at that to know what will happen next. So on Bradley Bakola, recently PSG came out and said that Bakola is not for sale. They want to keep the player, but me and you know that this is the best time for Bakola to leave, and it's obvious. Even though the players have not come out to say yes, I want to leave. Many players have been keeping quiet because of maybe they are playing in the World Cup. So in any interview that you make now, they will be like, we are not going to speak until after the World Cup. And I think that's the reason why transfer window has been done lately, because they don't want something that will divide attention. But that doesn't stop the fact that where they are now, most of them have made their decision and said that yes, this is what will happen after the World Cup. But they can't just come out to the media and say it. But then, before any club will be going on a particular player consistently, not backing them, just know that they might have agreed something with the player, which they will not want to make public, to avoid it looking like they went the way they moved the way they are not supposed to move. So that's that for Bakola, and I think Arsenal appreciate him a lot. Arsenal have him in their list. That's if the other one did not work out. I think I appreciate the player. The player would like to play for Arsenal, and this is the best time for him to leave also, because he has won it all with PSG, and he has a very good competitor there, which is Christian Parastelia. And Parastelia is not that kind of guy that he will come in and bench like that. We all are seeing it. He doesn't get that time that he wants. And also PSG are still bringing in more attackers. So he needs to leave. The player wants to leave. And I think he will be a good signing for Arsenal also. Yeah, Bakola is not a bad winger at that. even though he has his own flaw. So I think Arsenal should go all in and get him to play for the club. Thank you very much for your attention. Please do well to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and share. Let's go. Thank you.